But if I were governor, here's what I would say, is I'd say, you know, the emergency has passed. We are now in a settled, it appears to be, continuing condition, not just from COVID, but from the Delta variant and whatever else may come up. And so it is really time to end my ability to address an emergency temporary situation. We now have an ongoing situation. And so the laws affecting the ongoing situation should be made by our lawmakers, not by the executive branch that's supposed to just execute laws. So if it were up to me, I would say I'm calling a special session of the General Assembly on a certain date, and my executive powers will end on that date. They could end sooner, but they would end no later than that date, or maybe give them a week to meet. But you would say, I'm ending this because this is not my function. This is not my role to be making laws. I am the executive branch. And now the legislature needs to do its job. And so I would encourage the legislature then when they met to have a committee of the whole. And I would ask the governor and his health people and all kinds of people, bring all the information to me so that I can make good and right policies that respect the rights of life, liberty, and property of all persons to the greatest extent possible. And then let me debate that. Bring in people who understand the common law, who understand its foundations and its history, so that we might understand what our common law government really has a duty to do and what its purposes are and how far its jurisdiction goes. Now, there aren't many lawyers who understand that. So you just can't bring somebody because he has a law degree. I have a law degree, and I didn't understand any of this when I came out of law school, and I didn't understand it for the last 20-something years. But that's what I would do, is I'd say it is time to return to normal. Because I think that's what's creating so much of this angst, is that we have a branch of the government making laws that we intuitively, inherently know that's not where laws are supposed to be made. And we can't really participate in the making of those laws. We don't get the information we need to know what's behind those laws because they're coming from a branch that's not intended to make law. That's why we have to take this opportunity to go back to fundamental principles and work our way up from them to how we respond in the present situation. And all the yelling and all the angst and all the finger pointing won't work if some of those who are supposed to be our leaders do not call our leaders, and our leaders won't call themselves back to a discussion of fundamental precepts and principles in our form of government. I hope you find that helpful.